Y'all, what's up? Are we keeping up with I think that's 504, don't quote me on that. New Orleans or Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana Creole beef. So let me tell y'all what's happening, right? So over there on TikTok, right, there's this woman. I think I saw a page of hers where her name is D-Lo or something. But when I first seen her, she looks like a white woman with blue eyes and natural curly hair. Well, she's saying that she's Creole, but everybody on there is saying that she's a white woman. Louisiana is saying stay out of their business. Y'all don't know how things go on down there. But I've been watching her. She's been pulling up receipts of her cousins and first cousins in one place for, I don't know if she said Cincinnati Reds or, I don't know, and somebody else, but he's 100% Creole. And she showed pictures, like how families, like you could tell something else going on. They be pale, but they have some color to them, and then some of them be like white pale. And so I've seen some receipts or something, and I kind of got a feeling how this works. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember like being in the South when I was a little girl, but I didn't have a voice yet, so all grown people were around me talking. No, I was the only kid, I believe, but nobody said what they were, but it was an understanding. It was a silent understanding, if that makes sense. And so she's on there crying. People telling her she ain't got to convince nobody. She's showing all these pictures. Black people getting on there saying she is Creole. They got aunts that look just like that. And they putting Beyonce and Tina Knowles in the mix because they Creole, and all kind of stuff is going on. So I gotta figure out how this Creole thing goes. I got a girlfriend down that way, Danielle. I'm gonna have to call her and get her intake on this Creole business. But they use this passing day or something like where back then some black people could pass off as whites, but the ones that were darker skinned, fair skinned, they couldn't. So she said, like, some of her family members ended up staying behind, and the ones that was in the photo that was white as chalk that were able to pass, she said they moved on and they can't never go see them, because then I guess it would, when they see their skin or how the way they talk, it revealed their identity of who they are, that they Casablanca, pass for white, pass for black, or something like that. I remember people passing, or women being like men going into the military, and I remember all of this stuff, when I was a little kid or whatever. So I don't know, y'all, what's going on with Creoles? Like, are there white Creoles? Because when I looked on this thing that I was doing, like trying to do a little research, it said something about Creoles were of the black descent, the French headquarters, and did they say Native Indian or Indian? And I thought they said something else, but it was all of color, what all the make and the mix was. And then maybe like when some got over and started mating or messing with Caucasians, that brought the lie. I don't know how this works, but I just know that there's a big deal going on over there with this woman. So when you go on TikTok, like they said, like y'all not gonna refuse to make me believe that ain't no white woman, and then they was using the 1% rule of black blood or whatever, saying she can't claim that was back in slave days. Now she can cook. She can, if she ain't Creole, she can do some Creole cooking. It's all kind of stuff going on over there with this lady, but this lady in tears saying she ain't got to prove to nobody. But I have to be honest, like, I don't know, she got this look at, sometimes she do look full white with red skin tone, but then she got this look sometimes she do kind of look, off white, because she's not white, but then sometimes, like I said, when you look at her, she does look white, but with red undertones or something like that. But then sometimes you look at her, she do look she do look mixed. Her natural hair, it has the frizz, it has the static, but I mean anybody can have frizz and static. But her natural hair, when it's wet, it's silky, but like when it's dry, it is kind of woolly and staticky. And like I said, her skin is off. It's not, all the way. So I'm kind of in a mix too. But like I said, Louisiana said for everybody to stay out their business because a good majority of them are saying that she is Creole. I don't know what's going on. But like I said, she showed the picture of the family, the generations. The kids were in the front and the brothers and cousins, and some, like I said, was pale white, some were off white, some were red, but they didn't get my type of dark, but it was like a lighter caramel type, like 2 shades up from caramel type of dark or something. And being a kid, I remember seeing some of these people, but these are the people that moved out of the neighborhoods. When black people start moving into the neighborhoods, more black people than what they like, they put up with one being on the corner and one being on the corner, up the street, on the left side or something, second house from the corner. They put up with all of that. But then when they start moving into mill houses and 2 doors is house and down, them people got up and left. You didn't even know they was moving. They didn't even tell you they was moving. When you looked up, they was gone. So I remembered these people that she's describing and saying she is, but a lot of people saying she's not that person. I don't know. I just want to come on here and ask y'all, was y'all on there with it? But if not, y'all go in there and check it out. Like Louisiana says, stay out their business. So, I don't know. One minute she looks like one thing, the next minute she looks like another thing, then the next minute she looks like both things. I don't know what's going on here. People are saying that white people blood was not mixed up in the Creole blood. This could go on and on and on. Let me see. Only reason why I really know about the Creoles and stuff because I know that's where the witchcraft is in the gumbo, and I know that's where the voodoo and witchcraft is. It's stirred in the gumbo. I know that's where the jinx and the hex is at because it's in the gumbo down there. That's about all I know. Let's see if we can find anything. I'm really curious. Can Creoles be white? Indeed, many white Creoles could be found in New Orleans, as well as parishes such as Aviolis and Evangeline, which, while incorrectly regarded today as, I'm not going into all that. The term Creole of color also came into the use to distinguish among white Creoles and Afro Creoles in some usage because of synonym free person. So, does black Creoles have white in them? What were the black Creoles often a mix of? In Louisiana, the term Creole has been used since 1792 to represent descendants of African or mixed heritage parents. Now, she said both of her family members were Creole, they weren't white, as well as children of French and Spanish descended with no racial mixing. It used as in the name for languages started in 1879, while as adjectives for language it has used began around 1748. What color are Creoles? White people with the recent European ancestry, but that says recent. Because I'm just telling the truth now. I know other races can come in and replace other races, like how they said, like, we are the true Indians, but we've been replaced, we've been turned into the Black Americans and somebody else. You know how they go, somebody else come in and steal somebody else's identity. Like the Jews, they were black, but as they started leaving from home and going out, when they came back white. You see what I'm saying? So the Chinese, the original Chinese are black. When they left black. When they start coming back, they start coming back white. So I think y'all get me what I'm saying here. Is she that type of Creole? See, it's a lot of baby. They got everything in this batch of gumbo. White people with recent European ancestry were just likely to call themselves Creole as mixed race descendants with African ancestry. White Creoles claim the term because it's differentiated them from white people who were coming from the northern states after Louisiana purchased from France. And see, I know the Italians do this too, the darker ones. What's their names? What kind of Italians? Sicilians. A lot of them don't want to admit that they black. So, what is white Creole? I'm just confused. Do Creoles have blue eyes? Yeah, Creoles have blue eyes. You see them all the time. Today, the term Creole refers to culture rather than physical appearance, and some Creoles have light skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes as a result of centuries of cohabitation. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe she's a Creole that's been grandfathered in, but like I said, though, I do remember seeing these type of families, and like some of them went off and you never knew where they went. They never came back home to visit or nothing. They ran off, you see what I'm saying, like, where they could get treated better and get better health care and get better health benefits and get better checks and get better wives, get better lifestyles. Some didn't want to hang around with that dark skin and get all that dark energy that was coming up off of it. All that smoke and gunfire and no, you can't have this because you ain't got the right skin color. But she could be a Creole. What is the percentage of a white Creole? What is the percentage of a white Creole with black in them? What is the racial makeup of a Creole? In present Louisiana, Creole generally means a person of mixed colonial French, African American, and Native American ancestry. See, it don't say nothing right here about whites, Europeans, or nothing like that. That's what I'm thinking. Like, did they come later in and start mixing in, or like, was it a natural birth with white people being Creole? You see what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense. If y'all know, I can't grab it the way I want to grab it. The black Creole refers to free slaves from Haiti and their descendants. But I saw some people, I think, on there on Haiti and said she wasn't Creole. I don't know what's going on. She could be. What does a 75% white person and 20... Oh, forget that. Well, anyway, I got us there. Y'all help me with this. Y'all let me know. She could be Creole. I mean, from what I read, and like I said, I kind of do remember some of this stuff going on in the South when I was a kid. You know, with white people being something else. But they wasn't, like if they went outside, if we took a long walk to the store or something, they tanned with us. You see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't, our tan was darker, but they did tan. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a tan like a tan in bed session. It was a natural tan where they skin did turn. Y'all help me figure it out. We could be on here day and night, night day with this. Louisiana's is out their business.